वड्याचा मिठाईच्या दुकानातला एवढा व्हॅल्यू नसतो. बटाट्याचा समोसा तो आज काय लवकर प्रयाण तुमचं? हो अच्छा, तुम्ही कुठल्या कंपनीत काम करता? आईस म्हणजे अच्छा, काय काय आय टी रिलेटेड येस. आता नाईट शिफ्ट तुमची 9 ते 6. बापरे, रात्रभर जागा जायला लागतं. बापरे, मग उद्या सुट्टी असेल दिवसा? दिवसा सुट्टी, मग घरी आल्यावरती झोपायचं. तुम्ही राहिला कुठे? कोथरूड. कोथरूडवरून मगरपट्ट्याला जाता तुम्ही? बापरे. हाँ बोला था मैं, आपकी वापस बोलता हूँ. 5 मिनट ना, बात करना है. Okay, before the match resumes, once again, we'd like to inform all our players. We've got lockers to keep your valuables. The locker is available at the pavilion entrance, right next to the commentary box and the scorer's box. All you have to do is get your own lock and key and put your valuables under locker. Your mobile phones, your wallet, your car keys, everything valuable. Your personal valuables, ornaments, please keep it in locker. Keep it under lock and key. Get your lock and key, and there are lockers available here. We're extremely grateful to Mr. Vikram Kakade and his Gravitas Foundation for sponsoring this tournament as a title sponsor. The Gravitas Foundation Club Cricket League are supporting sponsors Elika Appliances, our physiotherapy partner Ruby Hospital, our ambulance partners Mr. Sagar Dhole Patil of Dhole Patil Education Services. We're extremely grateful to these organizations and individuals for the generous, wholehearted support in making this tournament a reality and a possibility. And of course, a big thank you to the managing committee of Pune Club, the president, Mr. Handa. First ball, Aklak Poonawala bowling. Amin Parekh. That is Prashant Rajgaria, looks like, who's opening. We are thankful to Mr. Sunil Anda, the president, Gaurav Gadok, vice president, the managing committee, the cricket committee of Amit Ramnani, Rishi Chainani, Mr. Sanjay Ladkat for all the ground arrangements, and the cricket academy. Two good dot balls for Aklak to start with. Of course, as always, wonderful, invaluable contribution by Gopal and his ground staff. All the wonderful maintenance of our wicket and our pitch. Outside edge, misunderstanding. The batsman went all the way half the crease and was sent back by the non-striker. Very good fielding there by third man, who was very, very up. Appeal for run out, and the umpire is taking a look. And the batsman has been declared out. Name of the fielder who threw the ball, please. Can we know? Shiv Chainani. Shiv Chainani, fabulous fielding by the young man. And beautifully driven straight past the bowler by Bhargav Pathak. Welcome boundary for Arav Vij. So 6 for 1. The first over was fruitful. for the Jaguars with a run out of opener Prashant Rajgaria. Beautifully driven, but this time straight to the fielder at long off, or mid off rather. They have a addition in the team today, the Balan Super Kings. They have a fresh introduction in Khushru Irani today. Fresh as in he didn't play the earlier two matches, but he has played earlier tournaments. As comes with the reputation of being a good batsman. And he's facing Aravich. Dot ball. Single there. We had a very exciting first match today. A pretty high scoring one. 180 scored by All Stars. Solid batting by Karia and Thadani. Great bowling by Vijay Samant, Rishabh Bajaj, Pratish Thadani, Prakash Karia. And of course, great fielding. Tigers falling short by 6 runs and losing that one. Beautiful on drive. Bhargav Pathak. Classical textbook stroke. Oh, fiddling at that one. Outside of stump. Beaten. A good delivery by Aravich. Well, it's a mixture of agony and delight for a bowler when he bowls that kind of delivery. There's agony because though the ball passed close to the bat, it didn't take a nick. And there is delight because he beat the batsman. The batsman could not read the bowler's delivery. That is a moment of delight. So mixed feelings when a bowler bowls these kind of deliveries. But good over by Aravich, of course, did concede slightly on the up towards the point area, eluding the diving point fielder. Bhargav Pathak with another boundary. played to long on for a single. That brings Khusro Irani on strike. He's yet to open his account, playing a watchful innings. This is his first match in this tournament and directly playing under the lights. Whereas Bhargav has already played 2 matches earlier, so we can understand. Getting outside edge. Going to third man for a single. So that gets Khusru off the mark. So that is one monkey off his back now. He's opened his account. In comes Bhargav, who's looking in very good nick. 12 runs, 8 balls, 2 boundaries. Oh, fabulous boundary. A beautiful flick of the legs. Beautifully lifting the back leg up. And there's nothing much the mid-wicket fielder could do there. Before he could react, the ball just whizzed past him like a tracer bullet on the ground. So the third boundary for Bhargav. He's on 16. Punit Balan Super Kings, 19 for 1. Last ball of Aklak, second over. Oh, nicely reaching out for that one, but goes straight to long off. That was a very good stroke. Any batsman who plays that kind of a shot on the up as he's leaning forward, which means he's very confident of the bounce. Because if the bounce is uneven and that kind of a shot can even lead into an injury to the player, and of course the danger of getting a nick. That is confidence of a batsman in reading the nature of the wicket. So Bhargav Pathak is striking the ball cleanly. The bat is making a delightful stroking sound. You can hear the sound all the way into the pavilion. And the bat just cracks like a whip. It is very pleasing to the ear for the spectators, and of course, the batsman, when it strikes the ball, the vibrations go through his body, and it's a very invigorating feeling. You know, when a batsman hits a 6, it's a very lusty kind of a blow they strike. A feeling of jubilation and contentment. A feeling that hit through the bat into your body and seeing that ball sail through is definitely and that's bowled him. Knocking off Yorker by Aravij. Straight zooming in on the stumps. Bhargav Pathak, that ball whisked past his bat before he could bring his bat down. And Aravij is completely bamboozled. Bhargav Pathak, who was the man in form, when I was just describing the pleasure and the feeling of a batsman hitting good strokes, well, it's the turn to describe the pleasure and the feeling of a bowler who's just knocked off the castle, the timber, the stumps of a batsman, and completely beating the batsman, bamboozling him. Fabulous Yorker by Aravij, going through the block hole of the batsman. And the bails light up red. First blood for Aravij and the second wicket for Punit. Off the Punit Balan Super Kings are falling in the form of Bhargav Pathak. And looks like Zian Talaviz has stepped in now. New bat, Zion Talab. Beautifully cutting away behind point. Fabulous boundary by Zion Talab. This time bowling very short and wide, out of which. Well, it was a stand and deliver shot. Didn't bother to move his feet. Just got the line very right and wonderfully cut it perfectly just back out of point. Third man was just looking at it. Point was looking at it. And the boundary as soon as he arrived for Zian Talab of his very first ball. What a beauty that one is. Fabulous cover drive. Fabulous. Just plonking one foot outside. Delightful shot that was played for the cameras. Full face of the bat and cajoling it into the covers. And a whistled past the cover boundary, making perfect use of the express pace of our vision. Zian Talab is looking fabulous. Fabulous touch. 2 boundaries for the young man in just 4 deliveries, 8 runs. End of 4 overs, 28 for 2 are Punit Balan, Super Kings, 2 early wickets for Jaguars. Prashant Rajgaria run out. Bhargav Patak clean bowled by Aravij. Punit Balan, Super Kings winning the toss and deciding to bat first. Full toss delivery. Stand and deliver. Straight through the bowler's follow through. Another express electrifying hit. Boundary to welcome
Check.
Anuj Mutha. A boundary and then a wide.
Check. Check.
Wrapped on the pads, but the umpire not interested in the appeal. The bowler seemed convinced. The umpire not at all. Full toss ball hit but straight to the cover fielder, a single. Delightful boundary. Just wide of mid-on. It was there to hit actually. It was just bowled in the hitting zone and it was drifting onto the pads on top of that. So that one was a beautiful hit. That's Khusru actually. Sorry, from far we are confusing between Zian and Khusru. Yeah, they have similar body types. But a delightful stroke by Khusru. It was there to hit, overpitched, coming on to the pads. Beautifully played. Just wide of mid-on. So now after the 2 wickets, they are getting their feet back. Yul Gulati. Single there. Off the first ball of Yuval Gulati is over. So 41 for 2 after 5.1 overs. Cut away into the point area. Deep point comes into the picture. And single. Doesn't seem to be a free-flowing scoring match as the first one. And that's quite obvious considering playing in the lights. But you never know. Oh, that is straight down the ground. And I guess it was fielded. A single. Played on the up, a lofted cover drive. Beautiful boundary. Khusro Irani, the delightful stroke. Immensely pleasing to see such kind of beautiful cover drives. Oh, this time long off has to go wider and field that one, a single, but the drive is crisp and crackling. Again, good understanding between the batsmen. They are running well in the middle of the wicket. Both of them are seeing the ball well. They are striking the ball well. Except for the delivery where Arav Vij clean bowled Bhargav Pathak. The batsmen are not easily beaten. Early days, both these teams are looking for their first victory in this tournament. Parmar All Stars remain unbeaten. So they go into the eliminator where they'll be ranked first. And Wicket Tigers would be ranked second. We'll just wait for the proceedings to get over. But this is the estimated ranking right now. It's not the final one. After the league matches are over, the team with the highest points will play the team with the second highest points. And the third place and fourth place teams will play. Winner of team 1 and team 2 will directly go to final. And a wide there as well as a run taken. Anuj Mutha starting with wide. So we were saying in the eliminator, the first team and the second team, the team with the highest points and the team with the second highest points, will play the first eliminator. The winner directly goes to the final. And then the third place team and the fourth place team will play an eliminator. The winner of that match will go and play the loser of the match between the first and second team. That's a beautiful on drive by Khusro Irani beating Mehul Oswal at long on there. Oh, beautiful drive. Yeah, beautiful drive. Goes straight to long off, but very pleasing. A lot of excellent proper cricketing strokes played by all the team batsmen. We saw one Dil scoop by Aryan Gadge. That was the most innovative shot played in this tournament so far. And that's a huge hit over the covers. But falling short of the boundary, one bounce into the cover sweeper. And once again, a very beautiful drive. This this time by Zian Talab. And they move on to 64 for 2 after 6.5 overs. 64 for 2 after 6.5. Beautiful straight drive. End of 7 overs, 64 for 2, Punit Balan Super Kings. Good stop by Tariq Parwani. Well, and that is an outside edge. And the third man is up, beating Shiv Chainani at third man. Frankly, it was out of reach of Shiv, although he put in a diving effort. Wonderful boundary, delightful late cut again. Starting of the ninth over. It's Amit Ramnani now bowling, and there's a change of bowling style from the Pune Club end. 72 for 2 after 8.1. They're playing at a healthy scoring rate of 8.82, projected score 176. These two have firmly planted their feet on the crease, Zian and Khushru. And that's a wide. So this match is very, very important for the morale of both these teams. A victory here matters quite a lot for them. Well, this time he's beaten. Steps out and tries to drive. And the bowler flummoxes him. Zian Talab perishes just when I was praising the duo. Zian Talab perishes on 73. 73 for 3 after 8.2 overs. Zian Talab bowled Ravnani 26 runs of 23 balls. A good contribution at the top of the order. And had come down in difficult circumstances to bat on the wicket. So very good contribution by this young man. So I think in goes Rishi. That should be Chris Shah. Immediately getting into action, Chris Shah playing that beautifully. Fabulously going down and that sweeping that one towards a square leg for a boundary. But Amit Ramnani must be buoyed and invigorated with that wicket of Zian Talab. Doesn't matter conceding a boundary. Spinners are used to that. That's how they work their magic. Well, this time down the leg side, a muted attempt. But I guess let's wait for the umpire's signal. No. Flicked his legs and went down. Oh, what a fabulous pull shot. Converting that to a full toss by stepping out. And a huge heave there towards the mid-wicket fence for a boundary. 2 boundaries for Chris Shah in this over. Mixed fortunes for Amit Ramnani. A wicket and 2 boundaries conceded. End of 9 overs, 81 for 3. Chris Shah on 8 of 4 balls with 2 boundaries. Khushru Irani is still there. 20 runs, 15 balls and 3 boundaries. Yuval Gulati is doing a decent job. Slightly on the higher side, but not terribly expensive. 2 over 17 runs. Let's wait and watch who will come to bowl there. Nihal Hemdev conceding 2 there. And this time a boundary. Just the ball, the beating the fielder. And a boundary, 6 runs there for Khusru. He's raced away to 26 of 17. So now he is the main pole of the tent for Balan Super Kings. Of course, they have a very reliable batsman to come in. Sushant Khosla, their skipper. And missing that easy throw there, Nihal Hemdev. Probably lack of experience of playing marbles in his childhood. But that's a reprieve for the batsman. Huge appeal and he's gone. Khusru Irani perishes this time. LBW. And another success for Amit Ramnani. Getting the in-form batsman out. And 4 wickets already down for Punit Balan. Super Kings. New batsman is looks like Anmol Limaye. Oh, that's Zian Talab who's perished. We had told you they look both familiar. And okay, so that's now it's Khusru Irani coming back. Zian Talab had perished a little earlier. Anmol Limaye going now. They have to hold on to the wickets. They have 9+ overs to play. So keeping the wickets intact is a key. They have to play out the 20 overs. Anmol facing Amit Ramnani. Well, they're doing very fine until the fall of those 2 wickets in quick succession. They're going at a good tempo, so now both these batsmen have to again rebuild the inning. Anmol Limaye and Krish are 2 youngsters, very good at running between the wickets. Krish seems comfortable. Oh, beaten. Anmol Limaye taking a long stride out, but not connecting with the ball. So 2 spinners operating from either ends. One is a left armer, one is a right armer. Shiv Chainani fields. We'll see that young man come to bowl a little later. Wonderful, mature cricketing brain on the young 13-year-old shoulders of Shiv Chainani. Wonderfully pat away. Beautiful boundary. Krish Shah just flicking it off his hips. Beautifully. Anuj Mutta at fine leg, cannot do much about it. It was hit well wide of him. No boundary for Krish Shah. Tapped away towards mid-on, who's pretty wide, long on actually. A single. Well, yes, no, yes, no. Finally, they go for that run. 101 for 4 after 102. Na? So it's 102 for 4 now after 12 overs. Long chase for Aklak Poonawala. All the running in vain. It is short, slow, drifting onto the legs. Beautifully pulled away by Anmol Limaye into the square leg area. There was no one there. Big gap on that side. Wrapped on the pass this time, going for an appeal, but surely hit outside leg. Enough time for a single. Chris Shah is now looking in fine fettle. He looks the kind of a player currently who can really hold the innings together, take them to a respectable score. Ooh! That was a bazooka shot. Full toss delivery, low on the pads, and he has lifted it between long on and mid wicket for a mighty 6. It has gone into the nets near the generator on the clubhouse end. Humongous hit. So we have lost that ball. A new one has been sent inside. Like every tournament at Pune Club, we have a physiotherapy team, professional physiotherapy team. This time we have physiotherapy doctors from the Ruby Hospital, our physiotherapy partners. We have an ambulance at standby, courtesy Dole Patil Education Society and Mr. Sagar Dole Patil. Ramnani to Chris Shah, left armour to left armour. Shot pulled away, but there is a fielder there at deep square leg, and he does a good job of stopping that. Just a single. Extremely, the Pune Club and its players and team owners are extremely grateful to Mr. Vikram Kakade, who has sponsored this tournament as a title sponsor under the aegis of his charitable foundation, the Gravitas Foundation, and thankful to Elika Appliances as the co-sponsors of this event. Full toss! And where is that going? Where is that going? That went high but did not go long. Shiv Chainani fields that one on the leg side. The score moves on to 115 for 4 after 12.5. Short ball pulled away again. Square leg is there. Mid wicket is there. Very quickly they charge onto the ball. So the average composition of a team is made up of more young players. So we have had some exceptional fielding in this tournament. End of 12 overs, 116 for 4. There's still Anmol Limaye and Krish have done a good rebuilding of the innings. They've done a good repair job after Zian Talab and Khushru Irani got out. They are playing briskly, and the projected score of the team is 178. 116 for 4 after 12 overs, 13 overs. So another 7 overs to go. If they try to aim a target of 10 runs per over, they'll go somewhere between 180 and 190. All Stars managed to defend a total of 180. Chris Shah now facing young Shiv Chainani, and he has bowled him the very first ball, completely flummoxing the in-form Chris Shah, who perishes, and the smart pocket dynamo Shiv Chainani completely bamboozles him. What a beautiful delivery by young Shiv Chainani. Very first ball, beating the very well settled Chris Shah. And that was a googly. He played the leg spin, but beaten by the googly, which is one of the specialties of Shiv Chainani. He bowls excellent googlies. A googly that stayed very low. Fabulous job by the young man. Well, and the interesting thing now is Shiv Chainani's father, Rishi Chainani, has come to bat. So now, son to father, just to avoid a lot of talk at home, Rishi Chainani will do his best not to give his wicket to his son. Or else, we all know what can happen. Oh, beaten there. Outside edge and a boundary. Beautiful cut shot, beautiful cut shot. The diving Manpreet Uppal falls a bit short. And a boundary for Rishi Chainani. The father smacking the son for a boundary. Just trying to prove who is dad. One more delivery to go, I guess. 126 for 5 in the 14th over. That's a wide down leg side. The wide has been revoked by the umpire. End of the 14 overs. 126 for 5 are Punit Balan Super Kings.
शूटिंग काढताय का नाही तुम्ही असं करतोय कॅमेऱ्यात बघून बघा प्रथम मनप्रीत पल महाराष्ट्राचा 127 झाला अजून 6 ओव्हर आहे ते आधी करतात तिकडं बघितलं नाही का तिकडं करत असतात बाहेर
Manpreet Uppal coming into bowl, the man who scored fabulously in the first match of his team. Pulling that one off his legs. Boundary. Drifting down left side. Rishi Chainani swiveling on his toes and pulling that one into the fine leg and square leg area for a beautiful boundary. So the Balan Super Kings move on to 133 for 5. This time a handsome boundary towards mid-wicket for Anmol Limaye of Shiv Chainani. Reading that ball well and driving it to mid-wicket. 137 for 5. A healthy 140 put on the scoreboard by the Balan Super Kings. Young Shiv Chenani is bowling well. One more ball to go in this one. Has conceded a few runs, but a wicket for him. And Aklak Fields there in square of the wicket on the offside. End of 2 overs for Shiv Chenani. 2 for 18 with 1 wicket. Very good performance by the youngster, considering he's just about 13 years old. 141 for 5 after 16 overs. The projected score is 176, which can be a very competitive score. Manpreet Uppal continuing with his bowling. Anmol Limaye is looking good there in the middle after the departure of Krish Shah. Rishi Chainani is also doing really well. He's scoring briskly. And that's a boundary. Fabulously piercing the gap between mid wicket and long on. Rishi Chainani placing that very well. It was a delivery which was pitched up and coming to the legs. End of that over by Manpreet Uppal. End of 17, 148 for 5. Manpreet, good figures of 2 overs, 14 runs for 7 wickets. The projected score is still around 170 plus, 174. And this time, he tries to flash at outside delivery. And amazingly, caught behind by Khalid with a diving attempt. Rishi Chainani perishes. The short cameo, a valuable cameo of 22 runs of 16 balls with 4 boundaries. A valuable contribution by a lower order batsman like Rishi Chainani. And most importantly, he's not conceded his wicket to his son. So in goes Umesh Pillai to join Anmol Limaye. Now Umesh is a very wily, shrewd and experienced cricketer. More of brain than brawn when he plays with the bat of the ball. They have to keep that target of 170 plus in mind. It's 148 for 6 now. 172 is the projected score. Out of which to Umesh Pillai. Umesh Pillai. And that one zipped, shortish and bounced up. Even beat the keeper, beat the batsman as well. A bye there behind the wicket. Probably the fastest bowler in Pune club, out of which surely generates a lot of pace. He's got an awkward bounce because he's a hop and swing arm action. Unconventional bowling style which has become very popular the world over. So he generates a lot of awkward bounce and skids off the surface. Doesn't come easily on the bat. And this time cut away. A slight misfield there at third man, but still keeps it inside. Nihal Hemdev. Arav to Umesh Pillai. Beautifully driven. A long chase for long off. And a great job done by the young man, by the fielder there. Beautifully fielded. Long off running about 20 yards to his left and stopping a certain boundary. It was a beautiful cover drive played there by Umesh Pillai. placed into the mid-wicket area. Once again, good fielding there in the outfield. And that is an appeal for a run out. Umesh Pillai trying to rush to the non-striker's end. And the third umpire is in play. Our physiotherapy partners for this tournament are Ruby Hospital and ambulance by Dhole Patil Education Society, Mr. Sagar Dhole Patil. A tournament, a summer leather cricket ball, T20 tournament, a day and night tournament. The last 2 years, Pune Club is hosting this leather ball tournament as a day-night version. And there are 2 versions of the Club Cricket League, which is a T20 leather ball tournament. Earlier, there was only one tournament held in the year, in October and November, which was a day tournament, which still continues to be conducted in October and November in the pleasant weather. And then there is this wonderful summer variation. Yes, the score is 153 for 6. 153 for 6. Yes. Okay, we are ready. Helmet needed. I think something is needed there. Can we just communicate? Yeah, wait. They're looking for it. We'll let you know. Hold it. The replay has to be played many times. It's a close decision. It is taking time. In the meantime, well, fortunately, in all these years, we've not had to use that ambulance, which is sponsored by Dhole Patil Education Society. So the gods have been kind to us. We've never had serious injuries that required hospitalization. The red light is gone, so the batsman is out. Umesh Pillai comes back. Unfortunate, they could not capitalize on his experience there. Had to go for that second run. There is a very good throw there from the deep at a mid-wicket. Can we know the name of the fielder who threw the ball for the run out? Come again, please. Your name of the fielder who threw the ball, please. Yuval Gulati with that throw. Thank you so much. We need it for the scoreboard. We have to get it right so that we can put it in the score sheet. And there goes Sushant Khosla. He's come way down the batting order. It's Manpreet Uppal bowling the 19th over. And now in the last match, due to some miscalculation, the Jaguars did not bowl the 4th over of Arav, which they don't want to do today. Almost Yorker length. Nicely dig away there by Anmol. Oh, falling just a good attempt by Akhlaq Poonawala. Could not hold on to it. Covered quite a bit of distance to try to take that catch. Remember, catching under the floodlights is always a very tough, difficult affair. Sometimes if the ball is just against the floodlights, it's extremely difficult to spot it, adjust the aperture and the focus of your eye lens. Full toss, driven, Mehul Oswal there, at that's Arav Vij at long on. Surprisingly, I have not seen Mehul Oswal bowl today. We don't know unless he has a injury. He is in the playing 11, but he's not bowled today. Straight to the bowler. End of the 19th. A flow of runs restricted after that wicket. So now the projected score is 167. They are on 159. Well, they should at least try. They will at least surely hope to get 10 plus runs. But then that depends on who'll bowl. If it's Arav Vij, then somebody has to play out of their skin. And they have the right kind of batsman there in Sushant Khosla. Perfectly capable of scoring of Arav Vij. Not if Arav Vij is something else to say. Arav Vij to Sushant Khosla. Last over of the Jaguars bowling. Bowling to the Punit Balan Super Kings. And the Gravitas Foundation Club Cricket League 2023. Swing and a miss there. Lucky just goes over the wicket. A dot ball. 5 deliveries left. Oh, what a beautiful shot off the back foot. And let's wait for the fielder's signal. Humongous. Oh, that's a boundary. 1 bounce 4. That is a huge hit by Sushant Khosla. Short pitch delivery. He read it early. Just rocked onto the back foot and just lifted it between mid wicket and long on. Delightful boundary. This time swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. They are on 163 for 7. 3 more deliveries to go. Oh, what a hit, what a hit, what a hit. But taken at the mid-wicket fence. It got the height, but it did not get the distance. That looked like a clean hit by Sushant Khosla. But very well caught there. Is that Yuval Gulati again taking the catch? Manpreet Uppal taking the catch. Of course, the strong hands of the Punjab da Puttar Manpreet Uppal. No chance of dropping that one. The Sushant Khosla Pereses look like a wonderful shot. 163 for 8. 2 more deliveries to be bowled in this innings. Balan Super Kings crossing 163 is a very respectable total, let me tell you that. And let's wait and watch who is the replacement. Oh, that's a direct hit from the boundary. So the batsman is run out while taking the second run. So a healthy score of 166 put up by Balan Super Kings. 167 for Manpreet and Gigi's Jaguars to win this one. You're watching the Vikram Kakade and Gravitas Foundation sponsored Gravitas Summer Club Cricket League 2023 at the Pune Club, co-sponsored by Elika Appliances, physiotherapy partner the Ruby Hospital, and ambulance service partner Mr. Sagar Dhole Patil and Dhole Patil Education Society. 166 put up by Punit Balan Super Kings. 167 for Manpreet NGG's Jaguars. Both the teams are looking for their first win. We will be back at the other end of this match. See you in a short while.
काय करू माझं रात्रीच्या मॅचेस माझं जेवण नाही. बरोबर चहा द्यायची मला त्याच्यामुळे 10-15 मिनिटं झालं किंवा ते बँकेत जायचं काम राहायचं.
ते बरोबर हे मेन बोलला.
क्या गड़बड़ है? मैं बोल तू बॉलिंग नहीं डाला आज?
अरे सर मैं परसों हूँ नहीं, तो सबको ट्राई करना है ना. आज कोई पॉइंट नहीं है.
अच्छा, तू परसों
सेमीफाइनल
नहीं है
नहीं
क्या?
है ना, फाइनल्स में हुई नहीं क्वालिफायर.
ओके ओके.
बॉल द्या ना, जुने द्या बॉल. बॉल तर द्या ना साहेब.
मॅच बॉल नाही झाले सांगितले म्हणतात ते.
अरे मग मेंबरला मी काय सांगतो, मेंबर मला बोलतो माझ्या. आता सांग मला काय बोलू तुम्हाला. हो सर द्या बॉल. बॉल द्या, बॉल जुने मॅचचे इथे बॉक्स मध्ये काढा. बॉक्स नाही म्हणतात ते गेल्या मॅचचे. गेल्या मॅचचे
कुठल्या मेंबरला सांगितलं बरं सर. त्याच्या यायला फोन कुठला त्याचा काही संबंध नाही बोलायचा. तो येऊन उठला का माझं लहानाचं मोठा असं मला वाटलं. ए अंड्यात होतं एवढं एवढं चड्डी घाललं तो वाटतं मला. आपण म्हणतो नको कशाला तोंडात जाऊन द्यायचं कशाला आपल्या दिवसा घालायला म्हणायचं अजून काय.
Ruby Hospital, our physiotherapy partners, Mr. Sagar Dhole Patil and Dhole Patil Education Society ambulance partners, and of course, no words are enough to express our gratitude towards our title sponsors, Mr. Vikram Kakade and Gravitas Foundation, and our co-sponsors, Elika Appliances. Big thank you to Gopal and his team, the ground staff, our scorers, the umpires, our television crew, broadcast team of Pratham Sports Network, Mr. Amit Jagtap and his team. And I'm your host and commentator, Rahul Kshirsagar, commentating live from the Pune Club cricket grounds, live on YouTube with the Gravitas Foundation, Club Cricket League, April 2023, the day-night leather ball T20 cricket affair. So this is day 3. All the league matches end today. There are 4 teams in this tournament. After this match, we will decide the standing, who's the first team, second team, third team, fourth team, and then we'll go to the eliminator matches. First ball by Anmol Marathe. Yes. Manpreet Uppal and Khalid Parwani opening. Well, it is more like a trend in this tournament where in the first or second over, the main players of every team are getting out. Today we had Ronak Dhole Patil get out. On the second day, we had Prakash Karia get out very early in the first over. We had Mr. Rajesh Bansode getting out in the earlier match in the very first over. So Manpreet Uppal falling there of an express delivery from Anmol Marathe. He cut away there. Umesh Pulle was there at backward point. It was more like a trap set for him. Anmol Limaye with the wicket on his very first ball. And most importantly, they got rid of Manpreet Uppal. One of the main batsmen. Now all the load is on Arav Vij again, like the earlier match. Arav is in very good batting form in this tournament, and they look forward for him to continue. Oh, what a fabulous shot on the up. Short and wide on the offside. Wonderfully smacking it into the covers area, Arav Vij. Fabulously pulling it onto the offside. Now that is high and handsome. Again a short pitch delivery. Standing tall and once again pulling that one over mid-wicket. I mean, the early one was also a pull shot, but that was on the offside. This time onto the leg side. High and handsome. And a huge six there for Aravich. Huge appeal for got behind, bowling with express pace. Ten for one after the first over. Just going over the head of Rishi Chainani there at, no, that's not Rishi Chainani. All the same, a short cover, Chris Shah there. That was a trap set for the batsman, but he beat the trap. They have a man in the catching position there at short cover. And he beautifully lifted the ball over him for a boundary. A good shot by Khalid Parwani. Beautiful drive, but well fielded by Bhargav. Outish edge. A diving effort by Chris Shah, but cannot hold on to it. And a life there. Was a very difficult catch, frankly. But all the same, a life. And 2 runs. That is in the gap at mid wicket. There is nobody in that area. And a nice boundary there for Khalid Barwani. So end of 2 overs, 23 for 1 are Manpreet and GG Jaguars. They have a target of 167. So the required rate currently is 8. Their scoring rate is 11.5. They're doing very well in that department. Just they have to continue this tempo of scoring. Though they've lost Manpreet Uppal early, this is not the first time they've lost Manpreet early. In the last match as well, they lost Manpreet early. Then Aravic played a very vital, pivotal role, held the innings together, unfortunately. He perished a little close to the end and then they could not finish the match and win it. But today is a different day. And they will surely look for a victory today. So Aravic now facing. Again a swing and a miss. What a shot. Stand and deliver. Beautiful. Lofted hit to long on and a boundary by Aravic. That's his speciality. He gets into position very fast and stands and delivers. You know, he doesn't even get into footwork or something. Frankly, that delivery didn't need much of footwork. It just pitched short and came into his body. But he creates a lot of time for himself to play that through that shot. Boundary for Aravic. 27 for 1. And this time, beautifully lofted into the long off area for a boundary. Two consecutive boundaries, wonderful stand and deliver shots. That is a highlight of Aravic's batting. He's a master of doing that. Strong lad, has great upper body movement and wonderfully gets into position and very, very early, no matter how fast the bowler is bowling. 31 for 1 after 2.3. Skipper Sushant Khosla coming into bowl. .33 for 1. The first over by the skipper, good one so far, Sushant Khosla. Wide outside off. Hey, what a fabulous stop there by Bhargav at long on. Diving effort, every run is at a premium, very valuable. These two are looking solid there. The asking rate is also under control, 8.19. Aman Parekh bowling to Arav. Gently pushed away to long on. So it's 41 for 1 after 4.4. With a pretty healthy scoring rate of 8.79. The required rate is 8.22. Khalid Parwani on 16 of 11. 2 boundaries. Arav 23 of 16. Oh, lofted over the outstretched hands of the bowler. The bowler lunged full length, but well stopped by long on. Single, getting the dangerous Arav on strike. And this time he's bowled him. Aman Parekh getting rid of the very dangerous Arav. Completely beating him, playing across the line. And the very dangerous Arav is today come back very early. Completely pushing him on to the back foot. Very unconventional bowling style of Aman Parekh. Look at that. Beautiful delivery, lofted delivery. Looked like the batsman will go on front foot, but send him into back foot. And just went through the gate between his bat and pad. "42 for 2. 43 for 2. Well, on the positive side, both the twins are there. They're twin brothers, so they have one hell of a tuning ever since the day they were born. Surely a very plus factor. Khalid and Tariq Parwani. Khalid is well set on 18. Tariq has just joined him. So now the twins together, the double engine, the Parwani double engine has to pull this team across the finish line. Now it's 44 for 2. Oh, getting an outside edge. But all the same, fortune favoring the brave. He went for the shot. That was wide of third man, and that's a boundary for Tariq Parwani to open his count. 48 for 2 after 5.3. Tariq on 4, Khalid on 18. Beaten outside off. So it's end of 6 overs. The scoring rate is exactly 8 per over, 49 for 2. And the required rate is 8.40. So 50 up for Jaguars after 6.1 over. And that's a wide down leg side, 51. 116 needed in 82 balls. Well, that beat him all ends down. Appeal for caught behind. But Khalid survives. End of 7 overs, 55 for 2. Asking rate is still under 9. Oh, is that taken? Khusru Irani claims he has taken the catch. Sadly, the brothers are separated now. Khalid Parwani perishes. It was a nice lofty hit to mid-wicket, but Khusru Irani ran towards the ball and so sadly the third wicket falls. More importantly, Khalid Parwani, the set batsman, is coming out. That's a big loss. 56 for 3 after 7.2 overs. So it's very... let's wait and see who's going inside to replace Sahil Milani. Sahil Milani, who's the impact player, is going inside. He's the impact player, so he's making the first appearance in this match now. But we have Tariq on strike. There's a plus point. Beautiful delivery. And he's given the umpire, has raised his finger finally. Sushant Khosla, the bowler, was confident. He thought he's got a nick. But Tariq was waiting for the umpire's decision, which eventually went in favor of the bowler. So back to back, the twins have fallen. Tariq coming back, caught behind. And that has now brought in two brand new batsmen onto the crease. 57 for 4 after 7.5. And let's wait and see who's going inside. Nihal Hemdev, looks like Nihal is going inside. Well, they have to start from square one now. The Jaguars, a very good over for Sushant Khosla, successful one. Snapping 2 wickets in that one. Both the Parwani brothers, he's sent packing to the pavilion. All hopes on Nihal and Sahil Milani. End of 8 overs, 57 for 4 are Manpreet and GG's Jaguars. The required rate is now 9.17, 110 runs required in 72 balls. Single of the first ball.
नाइन्थ रन
59 for 4, 8.3 overs gone. 108 runs required in 69 balls.
छोटू
62 for 4. Just one ball to go in this ninth over. 105 needed in 67 balls. Name of bowler, please. Zian. Thank you. And that's got behind. Fidgeting with that delivery outside off. Beaten in the line and another wicket. Sahil Milani, the impact player, is gone. Got behind by Rishi Chainani. Success for Zian Talab. Wickets are tumbling now in quick succession for the Jaguars. 63 for 5 after 9.1. 9.60 is the asking rate. 104 runs needed in 65 balls. Mehul Oswal is the new bat. He gets off the mark. Oh, beautifully, beautifully dispatched to the backward square leg area. Nice boundary. Swiveled and turned. A beautiful flick. 3 balls to go in this over. So it's 69 for 5 after 10.2 overs. This time off the back foot, pulled away. Mehul Oswal. And that's a boundary for Mehul on the leg side. Both the fielders in the outfield can't stop it. 73 for 5 after 10.4. The required rate is 10.07. Scoring rate is 6.84. 94 runs needed in 56 balls. It's a tough task there, but hopefully these two can pull it off them. You never know in the game of cricket. Anything can happen. 73 for 5 after 10.4. Getting a leading edge and a short cover. Umesh Pillai fields. It all started with that wonderful trap they set for Manpreet Uppal, and he fell into it. Single to the leg side. 75 for 5 after 11 overs. 92 runs required in 9 overs. That is in 54 balls. 92 in 9 overs. The required rate is 10.22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22 So that's caught in the deep by Anmol Limaye. And I think Nihal Hemdev has perished. Sixth wicket has fallen of the Jaguars at 75 for 6 after 11.3. They need 92 runs in 51 balls.
न्यू बैटर अखलाक न्यू अमित रमना जी वो जो वाइट पैड पहना है बैट्समैन
Amit Ramnani is the new batsman wearing the white pads. 78 for 6 after 12. 89 runs needed in 48 balls. That is 89 in 8 overs. Another wicket goes at backward a point. Very nicely trapped. Leg spin bowler just short of length. Batsman goes on to back foot and cuts it. Cuts it in the air. There's a fielder waiting in the trap. Khusro Irani with another catch in that position. Mehul Oswal perishes. 79 for 7. And that has knocked his socks off, so to speak. Clean bowled. Aklak Poonawalla, Pinakin Marathe. Second wicket in this over, this time clean bowled. $79 for 8. After 13 overs, 88 runs needed in 42 balls. New batsman Anuj Mutha. PK. Anuj Mutha, new batsman. Name of new batsman, please. Taken up in the air, outside edge. Taken back out of point. Chris Shah gets a wicket. So the Manpreet and GG's Jaguars, the inning has folded up 102 all out. First victory for Punit Balan Super Kings, who scored 166. A victory with 62 runs for Sushant Khosla and Punit Balan Super Kings. Many congratulations. We will see you day after. Tomorrow is we are taking a break. Day after, two matches. First match between All Stars and VK Tigers. Second match again between Punit Balan Super Kings and Manpreet and GG's Jaguars. Those will be the eliminators, which will decide the further match eliminator 2. So we'll see you day after again at 3:30 p.m. Until then, it's God bless, bye-bye, good night from the Pune Club ground.